gathered for whole group reading. Okay, so we have another dragon book for you to continue with our fantasy genre. Remember, it's, you know, anything that's impossible, like fairies, animals that talk, or anything magical. So as you guys know, dragons are pretty magical and they are not real. So this story is called A Friend for Dragon. It is by Dave Pilkey. Okay, so it seems like Dave has won some awards for, oh, he's the guy that wrote Captain Underpants, if you guys like that story. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So this one's kind of long, so just bear with me. So it has a dedication. They wrote this story for somebody called Cindy. So it looks like it's a little bit of a chapter book. So it says, A Friend for Dragon. There once was a blue dragon who lived in a little house all by himself. Sometimes Dragon got lonely. I wish I had a friend, said Dragon. So he went out into the world to look for a friend. Dragon went to the woods and met a small black squirrel. Will you be my friend? Said Dragon. No, said the squirrel. I'm too busy. Dragon went to the riverbank and met a fat gray hippo. Will you be my friend? Said Dragon. No, said the hippo. I'm too tired. How do you guys think that Dragon is feeling right now? He keeps asking so politely and they keep saying no. Let's see. Dragon went to the pond and met a slick green crocodile. Will you be my friend? Said Dragon. No, said the crocodile. I'm too grouchy. So Dragon sat down under a tree, still wishing for a friend. Suddenly, an apple fell out of the tree and hit Dragon on the head. Just then, a little green snake slithered by. The snake wanted to play a joke on Dragon, so it hid behind a rock and called out, Hi, Dragon. Dragon looked all around, but he didn't see anyone. Who said that? Cried Dragon. I did, said the snake. Dragon looked all around again, but he still didn't see anyone. Where are you? Said Dragon. I'm right here in your hand, said the snake. So he's playing a prank on him. That's not very nice. Dragon looked at the apple in his hand and scratched his big head. I didn't know that apples could talk, said Dragon. Oh, but we can, said the snake hiding in the grass. That's so mean. Would you like to be my friend? Dragon asked the apple. Oh, yes, laughed the snake. At last, said Dragon, a friend. And look, he feels so happy. He doesn't know that it's a joke. And then it says, friends at home. So it looks like this is his home. And look at the little swirls in the sky. How pretty. It says, Dragon took the apple home and built a warm, cozy fire. He told spooky stories to the apple. He told funny jokes to the apple. Dragon talked all day long and into the night. You are a good listener, said Dragon. Good friends are always good listeners. Dragon fixed a midnight snack. He mixed cookies, orange juice, ketchup all together in a big bowl. Dragon scooped some of the food onto his plate. Then he scooped some food onto the apple's plate. Just say when, said Dragon. The apple did not say when. So Dragon scooped some more food onto the apple's plate. Just say when, Dragon said. And the apple still didn't say when. So you guys know when you go to a restaurant and they add maybe some toppings on your plate, usually the person who's serving you will say when, so they know when to stop. So since the snake wasn't there to, you know, pretend to be the apple, he didn't say anything, so he just kept scooping and scooping and scooping. So what do you guys think is gonna happen next? Take a minute to make a prediction and guess. Let me see, because I see the picture here. It looks pretty silly. Okay. So Dragon scooped the rest of the food onto the apple's plate. I am glad that we both like to eat so much, said Dragon. Good friends should always have a lot in common. Dragon ate up all his food. The apple didn't eat any food at all. Dragon was still hungry. He looked at the apple's plate and drooled. "Do you mind if I eat some of your food?" asked Dragon. The apple did not seem to mind. So Dragon ate up all the apple's food too. "You are a good friend," said Dragon. "Good friends always share." The new day. Look at the sunflowers, just like we're growing in school. The next morning, Dragon awoke with the sun. "Good morning, Apple," said Dragon. The apple didn't answer. So Dragon went out to the kitchen and made some breakfast. When he was finished eating, he tried to wake the apple up again. "Good morning, Apple," he cried. The apple still did not answer. So Dragon went outside for a walk along the riverbank. When he came back, he tried to wake Apple up again. "Good morning, Apple," he screamed. The apple still did not answer. Dragon was very worried. He called the doctor. "My apple won't talk to me," said Dragon. "Maybe it's a crab apple," said the doctor. "No," said Dragon. "I think it is sick." Do you guys think that that was a very good doctor? Think about it. Would a doctor really believe you if you said that your apple wasn't talking to you? I think they would think you're crazy. So Dragon took the apple to the doctor's office. They sat down next to a big walrus. "What's the matter with you?" asked the walrus. "It's my apple," said Dragon. "He won't talk to me." The walrus stared at the apple and drooled. Dragon needed a drink of water. "Will you watch my apple for me?" Dragon asked the walrus. "Sure," said Walrus, licking her lips. He was hungry. When Dragon came back, the apple had changed. It was not round anymore. It was not shiny anymore, and it was not even red anymore. Now it was wet, skinny, and white. Look at it there in the chair. Walrus ate the apple. Uh-oh. "What happened to you?" cried Dragon. "Are you all right?" The little white thing did not answer. Dragon wrapped up his friend into a piece of paper and carried it home. "Don't worry," said Dragon. "Everything will be okay." When Dragon got home, the little white thing had turned all mushy and brown. "Are you hurt?" asked Dragon. The mushy brown thing did not answer. "Are you sick?" asked Dragon, but there was no answer. There was still no answer. Dragon scratched his big head and started to cry. The next morning, Dragon went to his backyard and he buried the apple in the dirt. And he made a sign and he wrote the word "friend" for his little apple. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know what happens when you plant a fruit or a vegetable, right? So Dragon was very sad. He cried every day. He didn't want to eat. He could not go to sleep. He didn't leave his house for a long time. But after a while, Dragon stopped being so sad. And he began to eat and sleep better. And look, as time passes by, something starts growing. Remember, he planted the apple. Still, he was very lonely. So a whole tree grew. But since it was the winter time, nothing had grown out of it. So now in the summertime, it says, one day, many months later, Dragon walked out into his backyard. He was still feeling very lonely. Dragon sat down under the big tree growing in his yard. He wished for a friend, and then suddenly something fell out of the tree and hit Dragon on the head. It was an apple. Then Dragon looked up and smiled. Look how many apples were on his apple tree. Very cool. The end. All right, guys, so just remember to fill out your little story elements chart. You guys can pick one that you want, okay? Have fun. Bye, guys.